So you're constantly wondering, am I Black enough in this space or too Black? And so you carry that weight because you're constantly navigating, what does this audience need from me, with who am I, with how do I not lose myself in this space? I can't be evangelical. If this is what this means, then it's not me.
I don't ever deny anyone's one's humanity, all those pieces that make them up for who they are. Look, I'm a proud Black man. I have no, and trying to figure out how Black I am, right? You know,
Right,
I'm doing the DNA tests and trying to figure out what part of Africa I came from.
That's
and
right.
Right? I want to know that.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to encourage my Irish and my Polish church members to go and dig into their history and culture and understand who they are in that context and what makes them who they are in the American context. I want that for them so they can fully be who God is calling them to be.
Can you talk about this identity of people that find themselves not mainly in Black church denominations? They're not AME, Kojic, National Baptist, and they don't feel like they completely belong, or they have that distance that you described with institutional evangelicalism. Can you talk about the people that are inhabiting that space?
Well, I run into those people all the time. So I have in my mind several people. One is a highly educated college graduate who didn't feel at home in mainline spaces, predominantly white mainline spaces, but understood the social drive. So they like the social drive, they like the justice angle, but the theology they can't deal with. Then they go to a Black traditional denomination. They love the history, they love the foundation of the Black church, but when it comes to the theology, they don't feel like there's an anchor. Then they go to the white evangelical church. They feel the theology is there, it's anchored, but there's no social engagement. So a lot of these people just kind of quilt themselves into faith. So they pick a church and then they kind of fill in the blanks with other things. Either they go to a white church and then they join a Black association. They become more active in their fraternity, their sorority, or they find some other ways to do that. Or they go to a Black church and they find ways to engage themselves theologically. So they try and, surf and find the right preachers, or they read books. So people like that are, they're buffet style eaters. They have learned the discipline of getting a little bit everywhere, but never having one place where they get everything.
So for people that are in these sort of Black evangelical spaces, that Black have that, I call it kind of a hybrid identity. Yes. What is the weight of that? How would you describe that?
Oh man, so it feels like a very difficult question, because I think we live with that weight all the time. That weight comes with constantly questioning how much of yourself is enough to show up and be validated in a certain space. So you're constantly wondering, am I Black enough in this space or too Black? Am I evangelical enough in this space or too evangelical? There's a constant calibration. And so you carry that weight because you're constantly navigating, what does this audience need from me, with who am I, with how do I not lose myself in this space? That's made them feel, well, I can't be evangelical. If this is what this means, then it's not me. I mean, it is what some have called the Black tax. It is constantly trying to assess, how much do I want to pay to be here? What is it going to cost me to show up? And if I show up in too much of one ingredient, will I diminish the message or the way that I want to be seen in this space?